Hi and welcome everyone to another episode of Gaming with Jason. Today we are going to do episode 2 of our playthrough and tutorial of Medieval Dynasty. As you see, we picked up right where we left off. And I do apologize up front about the skipping. It is not in my game. It is actually OBS. I'm trying to fix it. But let's see. Let's see where we left off here. Let's see, we've got a survivalist, so we gotta survive. So we're still in our first season. Where are we at? We are in our year 1. We're still in spring, so we're in our 3rd day. So we gotta make it through the 3rd day, and we gotta find some things to do. So when you have time, some things to think about are actually I'm in management and I should be in technology. Is okay, what is it that I want next? I want the woodshed. So woodshed requires building. Survival is going out and doing the hunting. Then we got the farming. So I can do a barn. I'm not worried about getting a barn set up right now. A workshop, a kitchen. So this over here, our production technology, is what we're going to really want to focus on, but we can't focus on that till later game. So let's get our building out of the way so that we can get our woodshed, because let us start getting prepared for our next resident, or our first resident actually. So where do we want to put it? Let us just put it right across the street, and then that way we can date the girl next door. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this all cleared out, and I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, just a reminder guys, when you're building a building, you have to clear the whole area, and that includes the stump. The stump gives you a log, but you gotta do that so that there's gonna be nothing else that grows. Otherwise, when you go to put your building down, or at least lay your foundation, you won't be able to, because you've got to go de-stump it first. So that's what I'm doing here, and I just wanted to explain this process so that you understood it moving forward. Okay, now we are ready to start building our house, but you see that little white thing down in the corner next to my food and my health? That is actually your stench. I figured that out last night. Oh, I forgot 2 more stumps. Let's make sure we get this one off the edge. Okay, that should be good enough. I can get the rest later. Let's go to 4, and let's destroy our rabbit trap just to make sure that that's not, because that might be in the way. Okay, so if you want to destroy something, you pull out your wooden hammer, you right click on it, and then you choose like destroy, repair, or building. So, but once you're done destroying, you have to right click and go back to building. Okay, so let's hit Q. Let's go into here. Let's build us a house. Let's build us a house. And let's walk it back. Okay, that is perfect. And that's exactly where I want the first house to be. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run something along here. And I figured this out yesterday. So when you're first starting to build, something to be considerate of is, think about this. Look at here. You have this here, and look at how much room you have. So you have limited amount of houses, because this is the 1300s. This isn't the industrial age where everybody's living on top of each other. So having houses this close is a little much, especially even I mean, for a small little village, yes, but if you're going to build a bigger village, these guys had bigger property lines, and so you want to be thoughtful of that. Now, this will probably I'm gonna spread out the housing a little bit, but I am also going to create like a housed area for like my leadership, which would be me, and also for my commercial activity, because that's what I really want to protect. Moving forward, and yeah, because that's what everybody's going to come after. So anyways, we need 10 stones to go with the foundation, so let's go find some stones. Hold on, I got some skills. Let's see if any of these skills are going to help me out. So production, crafting knowledge, we want to go up on that. And we also got extraction knowledge. Let's see, let's go up on that. Alright, so we've gotten a couple of skills. And we're probably going to pick up a few more. So I'm going to go pick up some rocks. I'm going to start building this. and I will see you once I get the foundation done. Okay, guys, so what we're doing here is we're building. We want to, since you see that my hammer is almost done, if you want the hammer to be replaced, you should build another hammer uh, in its place so that as you watch here. So it will break here in just a second. And then once it breaks, it replaces it with the one I just built. And then that way I don't have to go do that. Otherwise, you have to go back through and manually do that. Okay, so now we need 8 logs. Let's go pick up here. We got 10 logs. And let's hit this. And so now we've got the frame up. And let's see here. You know what? For this one, I want to be able to show you guys some stuff that I want to show you guys what it's like to upgrade it. So there are 2 ways that you can get building building technology or building skill points. And one of the ways is to start off with a wattle house and then upgrade it to a wood house and then upgrade it to uh, a stone house. You can do it that way, and that's a slow way of doing it, and that's probably actually the smarter way to do it compared to the way that I do it. But I always like to start with the end in mind because there's going to be plenty of building that's going to go on for quite some time. And so having to come back and rebuild it, and by the time I get done with rebuilding it, I'm also going to, yeah, I'll have a builder's cabin by then. At least that's the goal. And then they go around and they fix things. And at most, what you'll be doing is you'll be upgrading these walls with limestone, which takes care of one of, like upgrading it from wattle to another. Okay, so let's see here. Let's do a wattle house, and I will see you guys when this is done. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we are going to sleep through to the next season. And we will come back, and because I'm going to go to another city to do some business, and I'm going to pick up some straw along the way. So I will see you guys in a second in the next season. So what you want to do is you go into your bed. Instead of going sleep to the next day... Oh, wait a minute. I still got plenty of time. Never mind. So let us run out here and go get some reed then. House, as you see, it's still the same, but you just have different walls. And what you'll end up doing is if you want to upgrade, is you'll have to bring out your hammer. You have to right click. You'll have to click on destroy, and then you hit the walls. Now here's the thing: when you hit these walls, whoever's living in here, it will kick them out until you get it fixed. So make sure that you have it completely. You have all the materials you need when you start doing this, because you should do it all at once. Now when you do the top part right up here, that does not affect them, but if you do the roof, it does. So there's only, if you do any upgrades, you will have to kick out your residents as you build it, as you do the remodel, and they will end up leaving if you don't put them back in quick enough. This is something that I had to learn. I kind of had a hunch, but I really had to learn. Okay, let's see what time it is. It is 5:45, so we still got another hour and 15 minutes. So I have the hunting. Let's see. Oh, and we got survival scent. So let me show you what this is. Oh, and let's see. We get another one. Let's go with survival knowledge for that one as well. But if you hold down the Alt key, you notice how I can see everything now. And you notice how it grays it out. You've seen me do it a couple of times because I just mistakenly hit it. Now all those rocks and all these materials, so there's your St. John's wort, there's your berries, there's your rocks, there's your sticks, there's your St. John's wort. You will see all the different things, and then that way you can see it. You also get this with the hunting and the animals as well, because what happens is you get, when you see like the pigs or the hogs or the bison or the wolves, you will see them appear as red, whereas everything else, the herbivores, you will see turn up as green. So the predators you will see turn up as red, and then you can walk through the forest and find these animals and find these resources much easier. This is one of the main upgrades that I always try and get before everything starts. Now let's see how much longer do I have. I got 39 minutes. Alright guys, I will see you in the morning with the new season. Okay, so now we've gone from sleep to next day to we're sleeping to the next season. We're doing it early. You can do it on day 3 moving forward. On day 4, if you're in the middle of the day, you're done with what you want to do, you can just automatically jump ahead. You just need to wait 3 days. So let's go ahead and sleep to the next season. And as you see, chapter 3, Good Morning Neighbors. So complete some quests for neighbors. Successful flirting 1. Okay. Now let's see, what do I get for doing this? I get 50 dynasty reputations and my building limit jumps up to 10. Right now my building limit is 5, so I gotta be very careful about the buildings that I do build. So what are we gonna do? Are we gonna do a farm? Or excuse me, are we gonna do a barn? Or are we gonna do a workshop? So what I'm gonna do is, this is where my field is, and it's gonna take me a minute. As you notice, my stench is cleaned. I'm clean. I'm 100%, so I don't have to worry about that. So I've got this farm here, and what I really want, I always like to have my barn here. I like to have my resource storage here. Let's set this up as being functional instead of worrying about where each part of the city goes, because over here is going to end up being my industrial commercial area anyways, because this is where my farm is, or where my crops are, and with my crops goes my barn, and then goes my resource storage, because that's where I need to keep my tools, and then my food storage, because I need it to be close to the crop, so that as I carry heavy bags, I can make it there in a reasonable time, and I don't have to run all the way across the plantation. So the place where I put my industrial buildings are going to have to be all right here. So let's build us. We want to build a couple of things. Do we have the ability to build a resource storage? We have a food storage 1, and we have a resource storage. So we want to get those built before we build our barn. So let us build our food storage. Okay, let us move it here. And because this is where our kitchen and stuff is going to be, there is our food storage. How close did I put that? Holy crap, I didn't give it any room. Okay, so we got our food storage. Let's go ahead and let's use our newfound. Oh, look at this. So now we can just go along and go find us. We need 10 of these. So let's get 10. Alright, and I'm going to fast forward through the building of this and let you see it. Now, you do not get control over the walls with the... you do not get control over the walls when you do the resource and the other buildings. The only place you get control over the walls is in the is for the houses only. So that's the as you upgrade it, though, it will have you upgrade it. So when you start off, it'll be wattle, and then it'll move to log, and then from log it will move to stone, and then that will be where you finish at. So let's go here, and I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward through this process, and I will see you guys when I'm done building this food storage. Okay, so now we have our food storage, and if you want to look in here, we have 500 kilograms that we can put in there. So let's put you only put your food in there, so we're going to put that in there. Oh, and your water, so we got the water skin, which is important. I think I need to go fill that. But if you are looking at bringing people into your village, the 3 things that you need to have is a woodshed, a resource storage, uh, and a food storage. And you need the food storage for their food and for their water, otherwise they'll leave. If you don't have resources like firewood, so that they can heat themselves during the winter, they will leave. If you don't provide them with enough tools, or if you don't keep them with proper tools, they will get unhappy and they will leave. It is all about keeping your people happy while keeping them productive. So the barn's gonna go right here, and then I'm gonna put the first one. Let us go ahead. So we've got that. Let's go ahead and put in our resource storage while we're at it. And let's see, that is food storage, that is our resource storage, and that is going to be a little bit different, but I want to have it at the edge, and I want to bring it back a little bit, and there we go. Let's see how bad I did this. Okay, and as you see, this takes 12. Okay, so, and then my barn's going to go right here, and all this is going to fit tight. And I'm probably going to, since my resource storage is here, I'm probably going to put my wood shop here, and my excavation shed here, because I want to kind of have it all close as I run to it. Now, here's the sad part, though, is that getting it all the way over here. So I'm probably going to have to think about maybe building my village this way instead of building it that way like I want to. But we will see. Because there is this right here in my personal game that I play. This right here is all commercial, and it comes all the way up to about here. And so after a while, it doesn't really seem like it's that far. I've got a couple rows of houses already being built. I will show it to you guys probably once every so often when I reach a pinnacle and I want to share with you guys something. But as you see here, let us go ahead and get the foundation in. We can't get the straw on because we don't have straw. But what we can do is we can get the foundation set. Now we will have to pay taxes for this next spring. So it's important, but we're getting ourselves set up because to build a dynasty, you are going to need people. I mean, you're going to need people, and those people are going to do all the resources. So you could do it one of two ways. You could go up and you could say, hey, guess what? I'm going to go out and make a crap ton of money because I know I need money. I can just go buy all the resources. Well, you want to know what? You spend so much time spinning your wheels on that. A lot of people, that's usually the first thing they try. And that's really not the way the game is meant to be played. It's a way to play through it and just kind of like not really consume the game. So these games, just like a movie is meant to give you a certain experience. It's meant to give you something specific that is unique to that movie, just like the game. And if you follow the game the way it's supposed to go, then you will get the full enjoyed experience that you were expected to get. But if you... oh crap, I need to go get some more. But if you don't, well then you gotta pay the price. You know, and so that is that's just my own personal philosophy. Let's go ahead and build us another one of these. And now, because I moved to a different tool, I have to go in there and redo it, unlike the other times where if I just went and got the right one, but I needed a log. So now I've reassigned that to 4, and now we're back to 4, and let's go ahead and get this finished. Alright, and we need 10 logs. Alright guys, I'm going to get the structure up. This is going to take a long minute. So I'm going to get the structure up, and then, actually, you know what? I need to start thinking about doing some hunting, or doing something. Alright guys, I will see you guys when I am done with this. I need to go grab some food. I may stop in the interim and give you a little bit of some tips along the way, but what I'm going to be working on is I need to complete this quest first of all, and so that's going to be one of the things that I do. And then have a successful flirt, do that, then I can move up to 10, then I can put in my barn. and then I can start my farming. So by the time this season is over, and I may have to run it for the full 7 days. By the time this season is over, I want to have a woman in that house, and I want to be starting my farming, because you need to be able to feed yourself so that you have the time to really focus on this, because you're going to have to pay taxes every spring, and so you need to be able to have the infrastructure set up for that as well. Alright guys, I will see you guys in a minute as I pause to give you guys some more advice through this playthrough. Alright everyone, I've got everything but the thatch roof, which I have to go get some tomorrow, and it's way past my bedtime. So let's go ahead and get set up for the next day, because I need to start eating. Alright, so let's go get some thatch, and then let's get that roof fixed. And let's also get our woodshed done, because once we get our woodshed done, things are going to change for us. Alright, it looks like we have completed our resource storage. So this is what our resource storage looks like. And then our last most important building that we are going to put here is, let us do our woodshed. So we're going to go into extraction. We're going to do a woodshed. We're going to move this booger. We want to give it some space. That should be enough space right there, because I want to build a road down here. And so that's part of future planning. Okay, there we go. So let's see, what is it that we need to do? We need 8 stone. So I will see you guys after this is done being built. And then this is the first 5 buildings that we are building. Alright everybody, so it looks like, look, we have completed our 5 most important buildings. So let's go look at management. We've got 5 of 5 buildings. Now, I have the resource storage, so that I can put wood in here. And let me start putting some stuff in here so that you guys can see. So my feathers are going to go in there. My fur is going to go in there. I'm going to put the sticks in there. I'm going to put a stone knife. The straw goes in there. Let's put our wooden hose in there. And let's put our wooden spear in there. So now we unloaded 13.5 kilograms. And this is how you manage your overall weight. So let's let us go and cook up some more meat. We need to go and do some hunting. But when now you're thinking about, hey, I want to bring a woman into my establishment. Now you could forego the other house if you wanted to go with a workshop, but we're going to bypass that by going and completing 2 more quests, which will be real easy. And then we're going to go flirt, and then we get another couple of buildings, and then I'm going to put in the barn, and I'm going to put in the workshop, because that is the core buildings that you will need, because you're going to need, and then you're going to need the kitchen, and so on and so forth. But the workshop will allow you to build things so that you can spend money. And then that way you can go and get fertilizer, because see, look here, you're gonna need to fertilize this. This is 256 tiles, so you need 256 pieces of fertilizer, and I think they're 7.5 a piece. So that's a lot. That's like 1,500 gold that you're gonna have to spend just to be able to get this. Okay, so what you will end up wanting to do to make that up is you will you can use the workshop, but also you have this here, and this will at least allow you to bring somebody into your village if you want to start with citizenship. Because what's going to end up happening is I'm going to put my future wife in that house. Once I marry her, then I can bring 2 more people in there, and I didn't have to build an extra building, and now I can focus on building the things that I need to be able to I'm going to be able to focus on the things that I need to build an actual dynasty, because you need these in order to support a population, and in order to be able to increase your production, you need population. So this is a double-edged sword. So I have this set up. Again, all I need is the barn. Now, if I wanted to set this up to where I was just going to be by myself, I probably would. If I wanted to be by myself for a while, there is another way to do this, which is you're going to build the two houses, but all you're going to build is a barn and a woodshed and the resource storage. You don't need to worry about the food storage. So if I really wanted to have that barn, because then that means I can make fertilizer and I can start planting. Because what you're going to want to do is start planting, but you're building it like a two-man farm, so you only need one row of corn, or excuse me, one row of cabbage and one row of onions, and then you can go out there and hunt the rest of your meat. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make sure that I get my food up so that I don't die. And then that is going to be the end of this tutorial, is the 5 buildings that you might want to be able to get yourself started. Now, as you see, I can use my hammer and come here. I can use my hammer. So this gives me 2 meat real quick. You need about 15 meat to fill up. So if I go kill me a couple of rabbits, then I should be perfectly fine. You know, rabbit hunting is kind of where you got to start at. Oh, wow, he just stayed there. Wow, and he just keeps flopping. That's kind of creepy. Okay, so I've gotten quite a bit of those. Now, the fur that I get from these I can take in, I can sell. Ooh, there's another one. I told you to stop eating my carrots, Thumper. And we are getting hunting knowledge from doing all that, and all we're doing is just playing whack-a-mole with rabbits. And so now what I can do is I can run all the way over here to my house, because as you see, I have no water, no food. I am completely out of everything. And as you see, it's killing me because I'm not paying attention. So this, okay, so got the water taken care of. Let's get the food taken care of. Alright, so let's try this again. I'll light my stone campfire. I'm gonna hit E, and I'm gonna hit R to do more, and then oops, crap. So let's try it again. Hit R and then hit E to max it out. And then I've got enough meat, and this will get me going. Because it's gonna be what, 6 times 8, so it's like 48. So it'll get about half of my food up, which will at least get me through the day. When you first start out, you probably will come close to starving a couple times. This is part of the reason why it's survivalist. But let's go in here. Let's go into food. And so yeah, we got 48. All right, guys, I'm gonna save it right here, and we will pick up again next week. And so every Friday, I'm gonna be releasing a playthrough. And then that way, you guys, if you have any questions, or if you'd like me to cover a specific subject, especially in the startup, because the startup's the most important part. So if you want me to go over that, please tell me, and then what we will do is I will cover that in your subject. So this is how I clean up my saves, because I like to keep them. It does autosave every 15 minutes for me. But anyways, guys, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you learned something, and I will see you guys again in the next video.